Hi everyone. We would like to thank the American Library Association Interrelations Roundtable for giving us an opportunity to present our programs and projects. My name is Joseph Yap, and together with me is my co-presenter.
Hello, my name is Yelizaveta Kamilova, and our today's presentation is Social Inclusivity and Gender Equality, the library's role in promoting SDG 5.
Okay, so the presentation outline would be the following. We'll be talking about gender issues in Kazakhstan, SDG initiatives in Kazakhstan in relation to gender equality, overview of our library, NU Library's programs in support of SDG 5, our two programs, Week of Women and Human Library, the IFLA SDG stories that we submitted, and our published paper. So the way to measure inequality in gender is based on the Gender Inequality Index. So it reflects inequality in achievement between women and men in 3 dimensions. So out of the 189 countries surveyed, Kazakhstan ranked 50th. Access to reproductive health measures household income, maternal mortality, and adolescent birth rates. Empowerment is about shares of parliamentary seats held by women and men, and attainment in higher education by gender. And finally, it also measures economic activities such as labor market participation rate for women and men. As UNDP reported in its 2019 Human Development Report in Kazakhstan, inequalities weaken social cohesion. Women remain subject to gender-based violence. So as you can see in the graph and pie chart, women in Kazakhstan are more likely to experience severe forms of physical partner violence. And it happens during quarantine period. There are cases documented during the lockdown. So in an OECD report, it mentioned several gender issues such as overrepresentation of women in feminized sectors of the economy. Women on average earn only 67% of what men do, and women remain largely absent at directorial and executive levels. Like, according to World Bank, only 4.2% of large corporations are led by women. In this study of women leaders, you can see that top positions belong to industry services such as educational services, medical services, and finance. But as mentioned, it only represents 4%. Also, participants in this survey were collected based on referral, so actual data may be slightly higher. In a Soros Foundation report, the Constitution protects against discrimination on any grounds. However, there is no discrimination legislation that would encompass discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity in Kazakhstan. So as shown in 2 pie charts, on the public attitude towards LGBT people in Kazakhstan, 51% is unfriendly, while public attitude towards transgender people in Kazakhstan, 40% is unfriendly towards them. So societal attitudes towards LGBTI people are on the whole negative, and same-sex relationships and gender non-conforming identities remain highly stigmatized. So the next slide, I will turn you over to Lisa.
Thank you, Joseph. So different strategy models are developed by Kazakhstani government to ensure implementation of sustainable development goals. Numerous directions and plans are specified within the program 100 concrete steps and Kazakhstan 2050 strategy, which have concerns for gender initiatives and whole of government actions for the modernization of the country. Trainings and information sessions were provided to journalists and media representatives to promote SDGs and actively implementation in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan strongly supports equal opportunities for women and considers gender equality not only a human right, but also an economic right. According to the data provided by OECD, women now contribute 40% of Kazakhstan's GDP and account for 52% for those engaged in small and medium enterprises. Women also make up 66% of individual entrepreneurs. Next slide, please. Nazarbayev University is one of the leading institutions in Kazakhstan, founded in 2010 on the initiative of the first president of Republic of Kazakhstan. Library was founded on the same year and created its collection from scratch. Each year, libraries acquire about 10,000 titles of physical items, namely print books, DVDs, CDs, microfilms, maps, etc. Nowadays, it is about 210,000 volumes of books and 30,000 ebooks, and subscription to almost 100 databases. Almost 4,000 titles of new community works are stored in an institutional repository of Nazarbayev University. Also, we have social media accounts on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter to keep updated our users with current news and book lists. As most libraries, Nazarbayev University Library advanced the UN 2030 agenda, and participation on issues that relate to the 17 SDGs become an essential part of library programs. In this regard, Nazarbayev University Library implemented such programs as Week of Women and Human Library. Week of Women is an annual week-long event dedicated to International Women's Day. Event is hosted every March in partnership with consortium of gender scholars and different schools and student clubs. Week of Women aims are represented in activities such as roundtable with mother scholars, panel discussions with women achievers, storytellings, book talks, book displays, competitions, and film screening. Human Library is an event where readers, participants, borrow or listen to a human book to a real person and start a meaningful discussion with them. It can be one-on-one discussion or one is too many environment where several tables are set up and it happens simultaneously. The Human Library organizers look for potential human books who are willing to represent a certain stigma in society. At Nazarbayev University Library, the first Human Library was a pilot program held on March 2016 with Ziad Abdikaimov, former student of Nazarbayev University. Now he is an expert of assistive technologies at library. He was a human book who talked about people with visual impairments. Then this event was followed by additional events in 2016, 17, 18. The 12th Human Library event happened in March 2019 in collaboration with the American corner of Eurasian National University. As it was mentioned previously, Nazarbayev University Library celebrates Week of Women every March, and it was started in 2017 first. Here you can see posters from the past years with the program and time and date details. Each year we follow international campaign and themes with the hope that we help forge a gender equal world. Here you can see posters and photos from Human Library events with speakers and participants with disabilities and LGBTQIAB on it. Each event was dedicated to different topics and speakers. These human books were selected based on their unhappy experiences. They may have been ridiculed and discriminated against because of who they are and what they do. The next slides will be continued by Joseph.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. So here we are just going to share with you our published IFLA SDG stories. So we work hard for this. So IFLA will add us in their list of stories. So the first one is the Week of Women, which was published in January 29 of 2020. So you can visit our webpage there. And another one is the Human Library Story, which was published in July 26 of 2019. And finally, we would like to share with you our published paper, which was accepted by library management through Emerald Publishing. The title is Toward Becoming an Inclusive Library, Integrating Sustainable Development Goal 5 in the Library Agenda. So basically, it talks about the value of libraries in integrating SDGs into our work. So that's it. So here's a list of our references. So once again, we would like to thank ALA for giving us an opportunity. My name is Joseph Yap.
My name is Yelizaveta Kamilova.
So if there are any questions, we are happy to answer them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So,
did you record it?